right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please give her a round of applause. First and foremost, thank you. First and foremost, if we all can recall, the first protest that emanated from this Justice for MOHBAD was widespread. It was felt in all the parts of the country and all over the world. And the funny reality is that we don't even have evidence then. We don't even have confession. We don't see something of a clue then. The only thing we saw was bent neck. Now that we have seen Adura coming out to express himself, and the funny part is this, let's be honest with ourselves. Whether Adura, whether Damola Ainde, the Abib guy, the court, they were both in the house when MOHBAD passed on. If that case went on, one of them will go to prison. And now, under the Lagos State government and Lagos State Police Command, they want to settle that kind of a case. And yet, our own concern about the confession and the video will not be touched. And you want to accept that.
No.
And you think people in the north will accept that. And you think people in the east will accept that. Whether there is hunger, whether there is this, there is that in the country, the most important thing is that we want to live and we want to enjoy the time we have. If in our own country, the case of murder will be swept under the carpet, or will be getting the backing of the Nigerian police, and the government and political parties will be watching on, then we don't have a country yet. Then you and I are not safe. And that is why you need to understand that these are the basic ideology they keep in the society so that we can be perpetually exploited. That is why every day, January to December, go to major embassies, foreign embassies. Nigerians will kill in front of embassies as if there is war in Nigeria. When will that end? One case will set the record straight and will free the nation. We are no longer kids in this country. And it is time for us to understand that the power of the people is sacrosanct. We need to come together. Like I said, we're going to be giving 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, and if there is no motion, there is no decisive action, then we will know and we can easily face and say to the entire Nigerian police force, for now, we have utmost respect that, oh, maybe a section of the Nigerian police is compromised. It's possible. It can happen. But the authority of the Nigerian police, they have the ample opportunity to redeem that image now. And tell those that are trying to hoodwink the Nigerian police name and integrity into this and say, don't do it. If there is anything the youth will frown against, if there is anything all the students in Nigeria will frown against, is that if the institution of the police will openly, blatantly support a murderer, there is no way that kind of police will cease to make sense even in the international community. Because all these games is becoming nuisance and it's preposterous. It's not acceptable. It's not making sense again. How can we report, I'm a citizen? How can I send with my hard-earned stress and money, look at this case. Look at evidence sent to me. Details of how MOHBAD died in a case you are doing. And suddenly they said, we are not going into that. To even harmonize the case become a problem. And that police station will still want to say, we are here to maintain law and order. How does that make sense? Is homicide case not part of law and order? If we fold our hands, we need to make it straight known to them that you might think it is going to be difficult for Nigerian people to revolt and demand for the right. But in this case, if I look, it's not about MOHBAD. It's about my life, the life of your son, your daughter. Your daughter will have a lover. Anybody could fall in love with anybody and say, let me go and visit him in Kaduna. Let me go and visit him somewhere. Look at how parents toil and suffer on their children, and somebody will strangle that child and say, I'm angry, without recourse to your effort on your child. That is what they want us to accept as a society. They know MOHBAD was killed in that house. They know it. And at the end of the day, they want to tell the public that we are irrelevant. That the Nigerian public, we don't even matter. That our lives means nothing. That they can use the tool of government and the institution of government, and I can tell you for free, this does not represent what the president of this country, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, stands for. He is a Democrat. Trust me. Forget about everybody will say so many lies. Most of his political enemies, look at them. Those that betrayed him, those that didn't, they are alive. He still forgive them. He has simplified that you can disagree and then agree. If it was disagreement that happened between MOHBAD and whoever took his life, why can't they spare his life? Why can't they learn from Asiwaju, from his political enemies? So what are you telling me? Nobody should use the name of a president to actually think he will support them taking the life of another person, not on their lives. So, Mr. President, it is not our intention to eat the polity. Governor YOMI, it is not our intention to eat the polity. But if you fail to listen to the yearning of the public and you're making it look like we are stupid, we are irrelevant, and not take decisive action with this new lead within 2 weeks, we will give ×3 of NSAS. We will give ×3 of NSAS. Trust me. YOMI FABIYI, I will never back down. I will never back down. I can tell you for free, you all know me, I will never back down. If I say it, I will go straight and I will stand, even if I'm standing alone. I will ensure I fight for the future of my children and the children of the other friends and other citizens and the old ones in this society. It is time for you to understand that the public gave you the power you are using. Without the public, there is no police. Without the public, there is no soldiers. Without the public, there is no governor. Without the public, there is no president. Why will you not listen to us in MOHBAD's case? Why will you want to listen to criminals? And this is warning. I don't care your status or who you are. If you are part of a syndicate, aiding and abetting the person that took MOHBAD's life, it is not just about taking the life. It is the images, the scenes, and the activities surrounding it that we don't want in our society. Take your hands off if you care about your hard-earned reputation. Because the moment we get to know you are involved, before you take our lives, we'll end your relevance. God will come after you. The way Pharaoh went after the children of Israel and vanished in the Red Sea, all of you together, including your children, will never be relevant against in this country. We are going to be coming for you, and we're coming with full force. We're not backing down. We'll ensure that this gets to the president. Trust me, like I said, the Nigerian police at the high level, higher than the Lagos State Police Command, they are already on the matter. But of course, anything can happen. You know, we just have to continue to do what is right and continue to speak. I'm not going to be writing off the protest because that is a language most political associations, you know, political parties and governments tend to listen to. And none of us will die. When we protest the first time for MOHBAD, did anybody die? No. Was any public property looted? No. So why should anybody make it look like peaceful protest is not your right? Peaceful protest is fundamental human right. It is a language of the oppressed. And that is what we are suggesting. But of course, that is a valid angle to it. We're going to be writing, and we'll do exactly as you said, and I'll put it on my social media that I've done it. I have the number of the special advisor to the president on media, and I'll try and pass it to you and a few other persons in the presidency. The chief of staff to the president is an old student of Igobi College, which I'm also an old student, I cover. So chief of staff, if you're listening to me, up I see, say.